Oh, it's a summary for me. I'll let you watch it. I'm actually
Breaking
curious.
news, protesters and federal agents clashing in Southern California over recent ICE arrests. This video showing the violent confrontations outside a federal building in downtown LA. Police cracking down on protesters, declaring it an unlawful assembly, ordering the crowd to go home. This is the second day of chaos and vandalism. Tonight, Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem warning the protesters, "You will not stop us or slow us down." All of this as the man mistakenly deported to a notorious prison in El Salvador, Kilmar Abrego Garcia, is now back in the U.S. facing charges now, accused of transporting undocumented migrants. His attorney calling the charges, quote, preposterous. ABC's senior reporter Catherine Faulders leads us off tonight.
Tonight, protests escalating into conflict in Los Angeles as the Trump administration's aggressive deportation efforts spark fear and outrage across the country. For the second consecutive day, angry crowds clashed with law enforcement following a series of ICE raids that drew condemnation from local leaders.
You cannot just come into the community and terrorize citizens the way you did.
An ICE raid in Paramount today devolving into chaos. Dramatic aerial footage showing protesters blocking a bus.
I'm confused. Hold on.
Paramount today.
Community and
raids that drew condemnation from local leaders.
You cannot just come into the community and terrorize citizens the way you did.
An ICE raid in Paramount today devolving into chaos. Dramatic aerial footage showing.
Bro, what are they doing? Bro, what is this doing? It is stupid.
Protesters blocking a bus carrying officers. Police in riot gear dispersing crowds with flashbangs and tear gas. The FBI vowing to find people they say threw rocks at law enforcement vehicles. And in New York, video showing this man, which the Department of Homeland Security identified as Joaquin Rosario Espinal of the Dominican Republic. Authorities say Espinal resisted arrest following the dismissal of his immigration proceedings. He and another woman who allegedly assaulted an officer were arrested, authorities say, despite interference by members of the...
Chat, am I branching? I guess I'm just... As I said, if there's an ICE raid and people are protesting or whatever, isn't it odd to have like flags of other countries or whatever? I feel like that's kind of tarnishing that. It's like saying, I don't know, I feel like it's odd. It's like some guys are here.
Definition of peaceful
okay,
protesting.
so officials go like, oh, we're ICE, we're here to deport people or do something, and these guys go, we don't like that. And then they put a flag of their country or whatever. It's like, dude, that's kind of like almost like a self-report type deal. I'm confused with that.
To the violence against ICE officers, who they claim are facing a 413% increase in assaults.
There's a question mark. I don't understand it. What they said wrong, that was wrong. Who said anything about whatever country? Nobody said anything about that. Like,
when carrying out arrests. The tensions reaching a breaking point just as Kilmar Abrego Garcia arrives back in the United States. The 29-year-old Salvadoran man from Maryland became a symbol of Trump's immigration crackdown after the administration admitted to mistakenly deporting him. The government of El Salvador agreeing to his release to face charges. Abrego Garcia, now the subject of a 2-count federal indictment. Those charges stemming from this 2022 traffic stop in Tennessee, where Abrego Garcia...
Can't really understand what you're saying, but we're from Canada and most of us have never met an immigrant in our life. Well, I mean, that's brain dead. If you're from Canada, bro, I will never agree with anybody that says that Canada doesn't know about immigration. Brother, Toronto, Montreal, Quebec, bro, just stop. Bro, Canada's intaken so many illegal immigrants. It's ridiculous, and it's also a good thing. I'm not even against it. I've never been against it. I have a lot of respect for immigrants. They're the ones that try hard on board to learn the language. They try really hard. They work really hard. I have nothing negative about any immigrants. I love immigrants. That's it. I'm not. So to say that like, oh dude, Canada, you don't know about immigrants. That's just insane, bro. I'm from Montreal, but like, we have an insane diversity in Haitians, Middle Easterns. It's crazy. And it's not a bad thing.
Driving an SUV
I said illegal.
with 9 other people inside.
He's hauling these people for money. You got a collar is what he's doing.
The Department of Justice alleging Abrego Garcia was part of a human smuggling ring responsible for transporting drugs, weapons, and migrants, including MS-13 gang members. His attorney called the charges preposterous, and his wife had previously denied he had any affiliation with the gang.
With sources tell ABC News that the decision to indict Abrego Garcia led to the abrupt resignation of a top federal prosecutor in Tennessee. His departure prompted by concerns the case was being brought for political reasons. Whit.
Catherine Falder is reporting for us in Washington tonight. Thank you.
Interesting. Interesting. We're overflowing. That's not true. That's not true, bro. But you cannot blame the immigrants when they're here legally. Like it's just cringe. I don't agree. The government has said, at least in Canada, that they overshot the numbers and the predictions, okay, on immigration, and they opened all it too much, and they're gonna correct it over the years. That's what I heard. That is what I heard. It's what I saw in the video anyway, last time. Who cares though? They're there legally. They were invited to. What about it? Like, stop mistaking and mixing legal immigrants and illegal ones. Like that's off the rails. I don't know why you would ever make that like dodge that distinction. It's a legal process. You were accepted. You're invited. Boom. You pull up. You pull up to the spot you're invited to. Interesting. Is this an old video? Is this new? It seems like it's... Oh, Home Depot. Dude, I'm not gonna say anything. These are rocks. They're not dirt. This is rocks. What the fuck are you talking about? But I've never seen fucking dirt land on a windshield and like. That is a rock, brother man. What are you on about? It's incredibly dangerous. So what is this causing that's like positive, except for like getting unwanted, unneeded extra attention onto certain communities? Like what is it doing? Like nothing. Interesting. Damaging vehicles delays operations. No, it doesn't. And even if it did, it caused a lot more damage to what these guys are saying or doing. Then good. Like that delay is nothing compared to the amount that they're escalating and the measures that will be taken in to counteract this happening. And what the response they have will be like tenfold.
Mainstream
what that
media is a fucking joke.
Imagine underplaying that effect. It's ridiculous. You're nuts.
All staffed Flight Air Canada only 2 Sulkt Kia 6ZB6P is a damn joke. X, do you think you're ever gonna revisit Black Ops 3 Zombies?
Yeah.
Maybe you could finish one of the Easter eggs or even speedrun it.
Well, I'm not clueless. If there's a protest, they'll be like, monitor it. If people get agitated, they'll say, send in the counter riot, whatever. If people start throwing rocks, they increase the level of response. You're having a behavior. You're getting a response. Cause and effect. Behavior.
Have you ever heard of the ship of
consequence? That's a consequence. You don't get mad when the Coast Guard shows up and people throwing rocks at moving vehicles. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Well, that's brain dead.
This chat is brain dead. Obviously these people would think twice if the police stopped in their tracks and arrested them. Everyone is a giga chat until they are held accountable. TikTok brain rot.
The innocent people that have families here and support the economy. I don't give a shit what you think is supporting or whatever. I don't see the life like that. I don't care. It seems like
I just missed that entire race again because I had 6 sacks. Again. I guess if you don't have ad block or pay for ad-free experience, you only get to see 50% of XQC content. Wow. You have enough money to live 100 lifetimes over. Why do you still run ads?
well, why did that shit replay? It's similar to the same one from earlier. Why did it replay?
Pagman.
This doesn't think this is funny. Interesting.
Apparently there's 2,000 National Guard going to this.
I mean, whatever it is, needed response for this, right? I mean... Like, this is just stupid. I don't know anybody would want to do this. Is this old or not? I don't really understand why anybody would do this. Like, it doesn't make anybody look good. It doesn't...
When are you gonna fix those 2 antennas on your head? It looks 2 curtains you can pull. Fix them, please. 2.
Guys, it's not about whatever you think it is or something political.
0.
It's a simple concept. It's the optics. You're putting your flag up way out. Like, everybody has... This is what we represent, whatever. Guys, look, we rep Mexico, whatever. This is what these guys are doing. And then going around a burning car, fucking with law enforcement in front. That's awful. That's just so stupid. Like, whatever cause you're fighting for, this becomes like that's all this becomes. It's just this. That's it. Your talking points, your stance loses value when you do dumbass shit to the point where that's all it becomes is what it, that's it.
Those tires are gonna start exploding soon.
All I'm saying is that people should police one another when doing protests so that it doesn't devolve into dumbass shit like arson or violence or whatever, so that they don't look stupid. You want to be represented to look not stupid? Don't do and allow stupid shit from happening. Same with January 6th. January 6th is a disaster. January 6th is cringe. Bro, January 6th is like a bunch of fucking losers that have nothing going on in their lives. They're throwing a tantrum in a building because it's like getting mad at the fucking NBA or whatever because your team lost. Like, dude, LeBron didn't score the 3-pointer. That's just so unfair. They clearly there was magnets in the air. Let's go storm the NBA building and act like some hoes about it. Like, shut up, dumbass. You're a fucking loser. Like, go get a fucking employment at Home Depot. Yo, the reality is that there's no patriots that were doing this shit. That's the opposite of patriotism. You're going against the Constitution. You're going against what the country stands for by doing this shit. You're not a patriot. Don't say that shit. That's a grift, buddy. Anyway, but Chat.
Bro, 90% of the people out there are being peaceful, and then there are the dumb fucks that will make the movement look bad.
Okay.
But you have to see that sending in that much for just a few bad actors is 100% for intimidation and to escalate the situation.
Oh, wow. So the response
They fly
of
that
law
flag
enforcement.
twice, they feel like their identity is getting targeted.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. This guy infiltrated from certain channels on Twitch. I'm not gonna talk about. I'm not gonna say who they come from, but we all know where this guy comes from. We all know where this guy, where chat this guy's immigrated from. You're a Hassan Chat immigrator, okay? Hey, buddy, we are closing the border on you right now. Sorry, buddy. Mods, get him out. That's insane. That's crazy. That is actually awful.